Good day, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading with Meenakshi Tarot. This is a general reading. Please look at your sun, your moon, your Venus, Capricorn. If you know your rising, that's amazing. Wow, Capricorn. This is a general reading as per normal. I'm doing the 3-card layout. Recent past, present, recent, and recent immediate future. So Capricorn, I hope you guys are well. Some of you seem to be going through some issues here, a lot of stress and mayhem happening for a lot of you Capricorn people. Okay, the first card that came up here, Capricorn, is the Star, followed by Justice and the 5 of Wands. And underneath the Star, I must actually say this is a bit of intense cards that have come up for you here. The Justice and the Star. Star is Aquarius energy, but we don't just look at that. You may or may not have an Aquarius person in your space. It could also be in your chart. We've also got the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, and Justice is Libra energy. Underneath the Star, Capricorn, you've got the 5 of Wands, and that makes it twice that you've got this in the reading, which is very significant. You've got the 5 of Wands here and here. You have got the Knight of Wands, you've got the Queen of Swords, you've got the Hierophant, you've got the 9 of Swords, you've got the 10 of Swords. You've got the Knight of Swords, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and you've got the Fool card. This is quite intense. I really see that some of you are dealing with a bit of conflict and going towards conflict. It's almost as though you've had this, you made a decision and you have this wish situation that happened for you, something that you really wanted, that you went after, that, you know, almost as though you thought this was the best option for you. And to many of you, it's almost as though when it was happening, you felt it was your right, it was your karma, it was like a good karmic action that had happened for you. Some of you could be dealing with court cases, some of you could also be dealing with divorce situations, some, you know, splitting up with your partner situation. Something that started off very good is going through a transitionary place, and there seems to be a bit of conflict in your situation. Some of you could be dealing with conflict. And it's re-emphasized here as well. We see that you are dealing with conflict, and there's a lot of news that's coming your way, a lot of decisions that needs to be made. And we see you having to draw upon yourself with this Queen of Swords energy. And it's neither male nor female in tarot, Capricorn. The energies are interchangeable. We don't look at it like that as male and female, but more as a masculine energy and a feminine energy. So you've got this strong feminine Queen of Swords energy. You could have an air sign in your space that is a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarian in your space, very much because I see you got Aquarius here, Aquarius here. So you could have an Aquarian person. Could be in your chart as well. But this is really talking about a lot of conflict situations that have come towards you. You know, you could have been competing for a lover's attention, and there's a lot of things that have happened, and you've had to create a certain sense of internal peace and rise above your circumstance, you know, for decisions that you needed to make. So we see this coming through, that there's a lot of things that you needed to rise above. With this Justice energy, underneath that we have this Taurus, we have this 9 of Swords, and we have this 10 of Swords. So it's like really a lot of betrayal with regards to your relationship. There has been some terrible betrayals for some of you, where there has been sleepless nights, there has been worries. Some of you have literally felt stabbed in the back. People that you thought were supposed to be there are not there anymore. Promises that were made have not been kept. And it's really just you're feeling very defeated. I mean, with these contracts, it could be situations where, even with the work situation, some of you could be dealing with the work situation where promises were made and for a new beginning, and there seems to be some conflict. But you know, you are looking at this new opportunity that's coming your way, and some of you may not even be able to see it if you're going to continue to be so caught up in misery. You know that even though you've gone through this Ten of Swords energy, you need to move forward, and you need to move forward with this sense of, I have learned from the past and I can move on. You know, life is like that. We have to constantly learn. We go through the motions. You never touch the same water twice. And if you're going through this difficult period right now, Capricorn, some of you may have brought this upon yourself. Some of you may have brought these problems upon yourself, and now you have to deal with it. Some of you may have created this conflict situation that's giving you sleepless nights, and you have to step into the unknown and you're unsure of that. Either which way, we need to get a bit more clarity here, because this is very like somebody has got a shitstorm going on in their life. That's what it looks like. This is awful. Let's get a bit more clarity here. Let's get a bit more clarity. I know people always want to hear all the good things, all the good things. Look at life through rose-colored glasses. We can all dance around like little fairies and how wonderful and happy life is, but it's not always like that. We have to deal with the bad. You don't get to the good if you don't deal with the bad. So yeah, we have your energy, Capricorn energy, Devil card coming up here. Got this Taurus on Taurus. Oh my word, look at that. Look at that. You've got Taurus on Taurus, the Hierophant energy. Look at that. Some of you are really dealing with some situation. Some of you could be dealing with a situation with a Taurus person. Could have been something, there was an injustice with this Taurus situation. What has happened here? Ace of Wands. Oh my word, you got Ten of Swords twice, and it's your central card here. And you've got Nine of Wands here. Two of Cups. Ace of Cups. Betrayal in a love situation. Some of you dealing with a betrayal in a love situation. Ace of Pentacles again. Have a look at that. The Hanged Man. I'm not reading reversals, guys. Scorpio energy with the Death card here. Eight of Swords. Ten of Wands. Eight of Wands. Two of Swords here. Four of Swords. Five of Cups. Oh dear, Capricorn, sometimes choices have been made. It seems like decisions, like a conflict situation, something to do with a conflict situation that has arisen where there was some kind of addiction or toxic relationship involved that affected the financials of your life, your financial situation. Some of you have been drawn into a financial situation that has become a trap for you. It could be a relationship or a job that started off as very good, and there seems to be no peace for you. You're not seeming to have any peace at the moment, Capricorn. I see even with your relationships, you know, needing to spend some time alone, some time in meditation, needing to work on your relationships, needing to maybe look at things from a different point of view. We see that you need to really plan towards the future and really scrap and change a lot of what has been done. You literally have to reinvent yourself here. I see what I'm seeing is you need to go down to your core values about what is the most important thing for you, and you can rise out of the situation, Capricorn. It's not like this is the end of the road. You can actually get out of the situation that seems to be so disastrous for you. You know, it doesn't have to be, love doesn't have to be so painful if this is a love situation, if this is a relationship, if this is a commitment. It doesn't have to be so disastrous. Even if this is a work situation where things are just seemingly so toxic right now, you need to take a moment to pause and reflect about what is going on in your life. You need to fix this drama. We see you rushing towards making new decisions, starting new things, getting things off the ground. You've been rushing around almost like a headless chicken, just rushing to get this and get that, and you'll be making hasty decisions, and which has now left you feeling very trapped. We see this energy coming through where you're feeling so trapped with the decisions that you've made. You're having sleepless nights, you're feeling betrayed, and you're carrying these heavy burdens. It's not even clear whether the betrayal is just something that you're still going through really right now. It's like you're going through this, and I'm not sure if it's still the end or it's still the beginning. because you're still going through it, you're going through this, and you're feeling very burdened by this. But there is hope for you that as you move on and you focus and you learn from the lessons of the past, and you say to yourself, I can learn from this. Some of you may be seeking forgiveness. You may be seeking understanding and forgiveness, and you may need to reach out, you may need to message, you may need to have a meeting with somebody. You really need to make this change, Capricorn, because there's really something that some decision that has been made or some action that has been taken that's putting you in this place, in this space, Capricorn. Your relationships, you have to be so strong in your relationship. Some of you could even be deciding whether you want to stay in this relationship. You would need to change your opinion in this relationship. You would need to change the way you're approaching this relationship. This commitment is not, it felt like it was a soulmate tie. It felt like it was a soulmate. It felt like you guys were meant to be together. But in this regard, remember, we don't have just one soulmate. You could just be with somebody, you could have connected with somebody and they had a purpose in your life, and that purpose could now be over. And you need to set yourself free. You're not stuck. You're not trapped in this situation, though you may think that you're trapped in this situation. You're not trapped. You think you're trapped, but you're not trapped. You can make a choice to leave the situation. We see some of you are dealing with a betrayal with a love situation. You've trapped yourself, and you need to take a moment of time out, but you also need to make sure that you're not naive, that you are aware about what is going on. Some of you could be in a love situation with somebody that's younger than yourself, something that's new, something that's, some of you could be the younger person in this relationship. Some of you could also be dealing with somebody that's very different, and you literally took a step out into the unknown, and you are feeling very lost, very depressed about things and the way things have turned out for you. This is you need a total revamp. Capricorn, this is a total revamp. You really need to go back to the drawing board, and you really need to take some time out, and you really need to assess the situation and assess the steps that you have taken that has brought you here to where you are at right now. And you can fix this. And I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear this motorbike? It's about moving forward. It's about, sometimes you need to slow down, take a moment, pause and reflect and say, you know what, I maybe took off too fast. I maybe rushed into things, and let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath and let me pause into my situation. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what changes I need to make, and let me move on from that, Capricorn. You really need to take some moment for self-reflection. Those that need to ask for forgiveness needs to get their forgiveness. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be stuck in the situation. This is a messed up situation that you put yourself into, Capricorn. Now, we can't sugarcoat it, tell you wonderful stories about it, but really I'm not very good at sugarcoating stories. But I'm telling you one thing though. This jumped out cornucopia. Things can get better. Take that moment and look at what's going on in your life. Take that moment and fix what's been broken. Let's put it to you this way. If you got a flat tire, you're not going to continue to drive your car. You're going to replace that tire. You're going to get it fixed up. You're not going to drive a car with a flat tire. If your battery has died in your car, you're going to get that fixed up. Your car's not going to start. So you have broken down here, Capricorn, and you need to make some changes. You got journey. You need to make literally, maybe not a physical journey, but a spiritual journey, moving away from where you are at to move forward to something better for yourself. And the best way to do that is to take some time to reflect upon yourself, to realize that you have the power within yourself to heal your mind, your body, your soul. Obviously, if you need to see a doctor, go see a doctor. But if you can see where you've gone wrong and what you need to fix up, you need to do that. You need to make this move to empower yourself. Underneath this broken heart, some of you could be feeling very broken-hearted about situations. But you need to mend this broken heart of yours, and you need to move on, Capricorn. You can have this happiness. You can make this journey towards this happiness. All you need to do is do a little bit of self-reflection and fix what you can, repair what has been broken. You don't need to continue feeling this pain. This is very painful. You can make the change that needs to be made. So, Capricorn, if any of this resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, goodbye.